Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's case I'm going to be talking to you about is the Hart family murders case. So the Hart family murders was a murder-suicide which had took place on March the 26th, 2018, and this is in Mendocino County in California in the United States. Jennifer Hart and her wife Sarah Hart had murdered their 6 adopted children. One was Sierra, age 12, Abigail was age 14, Jeremiah was age 14, Devonte was age 15, Hannah was age 16, and Marcus was age 19. When Jennifer intentionally drove the family sport utility vehicle off a cliff. Jennifer was in the driver's seat and Sarah was in the front passenger seat. Jennifer Jean Hart was born on June the 4th, 1979, and she had then died on March the 26th, 2018. And Sarah Margaret Hart, who was born on April the 8th, 1979, who had died on March the 26th, 2018. Were both from South Dakota, and Jennifer had originally originated from Huron. Sarah was from a big stone city, although some sources claim that Ortonville in Minnesota, adjacent to Big Stone City, as Sarah's hometown. Both women were the eldest children of their families. Jennifer had 2 siblings and Sarah had 3 siblings. According to her father, Jennifer was not initially raised as a Lutheran, but was baptized as one. Jennifer attended the Huron High School. Sarah attended Ortonville High School in Minnesota. The 2 women attended and began their relationship at Northern State University, called the NSU. Sarah had initially attended the University of Minnesota for 1 semester before transferring to the NSU, while Jennifer started at the Augustana University before transferring in 1999. Both women were majored in elementary school, and also with Sarah focusing on some special education. After Sarah graduated in 2002, Jennifer left the university without graduating. In 2005, Sarah asked a local court to have her last name altered to match her own partner's. The couple then went to Connecticut to be married in 2009. At the time, same-sex marriage was not legal in every United States. On Facebook, Jennifer then stated that the women were actually initially closeted when they lived in South Dakota, and that when they decided to come out, they had lost some friends. They moved to Alexandria in Minnesota in 2004, where then both of the women worked at the Herberger store in a new location. They had made their own choice to open up about their relationship. Jennifer then worked miscellaneous jobs until she had become a stay-at-home mum, and this was in 2006. While Sarah became a manager at Herberger's, which was after some period of living in West Linn in Oregon, and the Harts then moved to an unincorporated area that was near some woodlands in Washington. Sarah then had become a manager at the Coles in Hazel Dell. The couple were living near a woodland at the time of the murders. The Harts received some funds from the state of Texas covering their 6 adopted children, which accounted for almost 50% of the family. Stated that the 2 women then distanced themselves from them. Although both families were accepting of their sexual orientation, Jennifer estranged herself from her father after 2001. The state government report stated that the couple cut off contact with their relatives because of criticism about their parenting. So prior to adopting their 6 children, the Harts were foster parents to a 15-year-old girl, and this was a week before their first 3 children were to arrive. And the Harts had dropped the girl off at a scheduled therapist appointment. The therapist then informed the girl that the Harts would not be coming back for her. Abigail, who was born in 2003, Anna Jean was born in 2002, Marcus Hart was born in 1998, and were adopted by the Harts from Colorado County in Texas. The placement then came on March the 4th, 2006, and they were adopted then on that September. In June 2008, they adopted 3 additional children: Sierra Major, who was born in 2005, Devontae Jordan, who was born in 2002, and Jeremiah Hart, who was born in 2004, originating from Houston. After they then, biological mother Sherry Davis had lost custody due to substance abuse problems in August 2006. The Davis children then were given to the paternal aunt Priscilla Celestine, then under the condition that they have no contact with their biological mother. However, after she required to work another shift, Celestine then allowed Davis to babysit the children, which a caseworker then had observed. As a result, the children were removed from Celestine's care, and then the court prevented Celestine from obtaining the permanent custody of the children. So the Davis children then were put into a foster care. And then the older brother, Dante, was not adopted by the Harts due to some behaviour issues they had. Prior to the murders, 12-year-old Devontae had came into a national spotlight when he had been then photographed crying as he embraced a police officer during a 2014 protest in Portland in Oregon, resulting from the Ferguson unrest. The image became known as the hug felt round the world. Jennifer was very active on social media and had used some Facebook to project the image of a loving, happy family. One allegation of child abuse from 2013 touched upon Jennifer's use of Facebook, saying that, quote, "The kids' pose are made to look like one big happy family." But after the photo event, they go back to looking lifeless. Minnesota in 2008, while the family was living in Minnesota, the teacher had then observed bruises on Hannah's left arm and was told that she had been hit by Jennifer with a belt. Within months, all 6 children had been pulled out of the public school system for a year. In 2010, Abigail said that she had owies on her back and on her stomach, and stated that she felt very threatened by the Harts, who had then beaten her and held her head in cold water over a penny they assumed had been stolen. When authorities became involved, all the children had then claimed that they had been spanked constantly and was deprived of any food. Sarah took responsibility for the abuse, pled guilty to the assault, and then was sentenced to community service for a year. 1 year later, Hannah reportedly told a school nurse that she had not eaten all day. Sarah claimed that Hannah was merely playing the food card and recommended that she just be given some water. Soon afterwards, all 6 children was taken out of the public schools and then was homeschooled from then on. In 2013, the Oregon authorities were notified of some abuse allegations, and this was in Minnesota. The investigation had included some separate interviews of everyone that was in the family, as well as interviews of people who knew the family. Two family friends stated that the children were forced to raise their hands before speaking, and also could not wish each other a happy birthday, and could not laugh at anything, not even at the dinner table. There were other reports that the children were poorly fed and looked small for their own age. One family friend reported that Jennifer had ordered a pizza for the children, but each was allowed to have one small slice. When Jennifer discovered that the pizza was gone, she punished the children by not feeding them any breakfast and forced them to lie on their bed for 5 hours. Friends also then stated that the children acted, quote, scared to death of Jen, and linked them to the trained robots. However, the interviews of the children themselves revealed no new incidents of any abuse, nor did they mention anything that had happened in Minnesota when Jennifer herself was interviewed. She claimed that any family problems was the results of others not being very much tolerant to two lesbian mothers with 6 African American children. In the end, the investigation could not conclude whether the Harts were guilty of anything or whether there was a safety threat. In August 2017, after the Harts had since moved to a woodland that was in Washington area, Hannah had jumped out of her second-story bedroom window at around 1:30 a.m. and approached the residence of her next-door neighbour, the DeKalbs. Anna reportedly pleaded, quote, "Don't make me go back. They're racists and they abuse us." Soon afterwards, the Harts found Anna and took her back home. The following day, Jennifer attempted to explain the incident by claiming that Anna was lying and that the children occasionally acted out because they were, quote, drug babies, and that Hannah's biological mother was bipolar. After this incident, the DeKalb family came into contact with Devontae, and that who constantly begged for food and asked the DeKalbs not to tell Jennifer about these requests. In the later conversations with Devontae, he told them that his adopted mothers had then withheld food as punishment, and that the children were sometimes abused, and this combined with the earlier incidents with Hannah had made the DeKalbs report the Harts to both the police and Washington State Department of Social and Health Services, the DSHS. Caseworkers from the DSHS tried to reach out to the Harts, and this was twice, once on March 23rd, 2018, 3 days before the murders, and once on the day of the murders. March 26, 2018, Jennifer and Sarah Hart murdered all 6 of their adopted children when Jennifer drove their vehicle, a GMC Yukon XL, over a 100-foot, which is the 30 meters cliff on California State Route 1 in Mendocino County, California, that was near Westport. The bodies of 5 of the children, Hannah, Marcus, Jeremiah, Abigail, and Sierra, had then been found in or near the vehicle, which had landed upside down on the beach below the cliff. The body of Devontae has not been found as of 2024. A Superior Court judge ruled in 2019 that Devontae was in the vehicle at the time of the crash, and a death certificate was signed on April 3rd of that year. Expert analysis of the SUV's internal airbags deploying computer determined that the Yukon had been intentionally driven off the edge of the cliff from a standing stop, accelerating to 20 miles per hour, 32 kilometers, in 3 seconds with the throttle at 100%. A 14-member coroner's jury unanimously ruled this case as a murder-suicide. The inquest was called to determine the cause of death, but not any of the responsibility in a civil or criminal field. The California Highway Patrol then stated that criminal prosecution was not possible due to the deaths of any responsible parties. Toxicology results showed that Jennifer's blood alcohol content was over the legal limit at this time of the crash, and that both Sarah and two of the children had then diphenhydramine in their systems. Sarah had made a Google search before the crash inquiring about the lethality of Benadryl and the nature of death by drowning. Her searches also included no-kill shelters for dogs. The family's two dogs were found inside the Hart family home. The Mendocino County Sheriff's Department officially then closed the case and released declassified records in 2019. According to an incident report following the murders, it was reported that Sarah had told a co-worker that she wished someone told her it was okay not to have a big family. Then she and Jennifer would not have adopted the children. Okay, everyone, so that is the case of the Hart family murders. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I see you all again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.